Good morning, students. Today we will be dealing with the chapter My Childhood. We had already completed 2 pages of this chapter, that is page number 68 and 69. Now, today we will be dealing with page number 70. Before that, we will have just an overlook about what exactly we had discussed before. So, in the previous video, we had discussed about the uh, family background, as well as what exactly how he had earned his how Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir had earned his first wages, and everything he has how he has earned his first wages with the help of his brother Shamsuddin, with the help of his cousin Shamsuddin, and what kind of friend circle he was having. We had discussed he was having three friends belonging to the Brahmin family, and that too Orthodox family, right? And the names of his friends were Ramnathan Shastri, Arvindan, and Shiv Prakashan. So all these three belongs to Hindu Brahmin family, and they were very best friend of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir. And we had discussed what kind of qualities he had inherited from his father and his mother, right? So now let us continue with page number 71. With paragraph, first we'll go with paragraph number 5. So as we know that Ramanathan Shastri was the son of Pakshi Lakshmana Shastri. So you know that Rameshwaram is famous for one of the Jyotirlingas, right? So Ramanathan Shastri's father was priest, high priest, the topmost priest in the Rameshwaram temple, and later he took over the priesthood of the Rameshwaram temple from his father, who Ramanathan Shastri. So means after his father, he was the priest of the Rameshwaram temple. Okay, now start with the look into your textbook and start with the first line of page number 70. So Arvindan went into the business of arranging transport for visiting pilgrims, and Shiva Prakashan became a catering contractor for the Southern Railways. During the annual Sri Sita Rama Kalyanam ceremony, our family used to arrange boats with a special platform for carrying idols of the Lord from the temple to the marriage site, situated in the middle of the pond called Ramatirtha, which was near our house. Events from the Ramayana and from the life of the prophet were the bedtime stories my mother and grandmother would tell the children in our family. One day, when I was in the 5th standard at the Rameshwaram Elementary School, a new teacher came to our class. I used to wear a cap which marked me as a Muslim, and I always sat in the front row next to Ramanathan Shastri, who wore the sacred thread. The new teacher could not stomach a Hindu priest's son sitting with a Muslim boy. In accordance with our social ranking, as the new teacher saw it, I was asked to go and sit on the back bench. I felt very sad, and so did Ramanathan Shastri. He looked utterly downcast as I shifted to my seat in the last row. The image of him weeping when I shifted to the last row left a lasting impression on me. After school, we went home and told our respective parents about the incident. Lakshmana Shastri summoned the teacher and, in our presence, told the teacher that he should not spread the poison of social inequality and communal intolerance in the mind of innocent children. He bluntly asked the teacher to either apologize or quit the school and the island. Not only did the teacher regret his behavior, but the strong sense of conviction Lakshmana Shastri conveyed ultimately reformed this young teacher. Now, let us discuss with page number 70. So, as we know that he was having three best friends. One was Ramanathan Shastri, second was Arvindan, and the third was Shiva Prakashan. And all these three belongs to Brahmin families. Now, Ramanathan Shastri was the son of the high priest of Rameshwaram temple, and afterwards he took the priesthood of the temple after his father. And Arvind then went into the business of arranging transport for visiting pilgrims. And afterwards, what Arvind then was busy in? He was busy in the transportation, and he was busy in transport business for means he was arranging buses for the pilgrims. And Shiv Prakashan became a catering contractor for the Southern Railways, and Shiv Prakashan went into the catering profession. Okay. And Shiv Prakashan went into the catering business. Now, during the annual Sri Sita Rama Kalyanam ceremony, our family used to arrange boats with a special platform for carrying idols of the Lord from the temple to the marriage site, situated in the middle of the pond called Rama Tirtha, which was near our house. Events from the Ramayana and from the life of the prophet were the bedtime stories my mother and grandmother would tell the children in our family. Now see how means what was the atmosphere in his house. It was really very religious, and they were not focused only on the stories of prophet, but even he was listening to the stories of Ramayana. So the stories of Ramayana as well as the prophet stories were his bedtime stories. Means we could very openly and clearly see that there was no casteism here in his family, right? Means he was having Brahmin friends. He used to listen stories of Ramayana. Means there was actually this is really a very pure situation, we can say. It was he was living in a very pure atmosphere at home. And what was the thing? See, you could see in that picture, it is very clearly openly you can see that he is joining to the Ram Sita Kalyanam. Kalyanam is marriage. So there might be any a kind of festival they might be celebrating in Rameshwaram. So at the time of Ram Sita Kalyanam, means at the time of this marriage, so what his family used to do? His family used to arrange the boats. You can see on page number 71, you can see that boat. It is very well decorated with flowers and all, with a kind of shade is there of the umbrella. And see, especially the boat is of a Muslim. Okay, his father's boat it is, right? And they all used to decorate it, and they used to carry the idols of the Rama and Sita in it for the Kalyanam. Now see, during the annual Sri Sita Rama Kalyanam ceremony, our family used to arrange boats with a special platform for carrying idols of the Lord from the temple to the marriage site. So, the marriage site, from the temple they used to carry the idols in the boat, and the boat was very well decorated by this by Abdul Kalam sir's family, and they used to make a very good platform, as we have the installation of Ganpatis, Ganesh Murtis and Gauri Pujan, as we have a special platform, right, at our homes. So same kind of a special platform was made into the boat, so that they could place the statues on it, and they could carry to the site of the marriage ceremony, right? Then the marriage site was situated in the middle of the pond called Ramatirtha. So yes, if you had visited there, you must have visited this place as well, Ramatirtha. So the Ramatirtha is a pond, the name of a pond where the marriage site was located, and which was near to our house. Means the Ramatirtha pond was very close to Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir's house, right, which was near our house. Events from the Ramayana and from the life of the prophet were the bedtime stories. So he used to listen to the events, some of the short events from the Ramayana and some of the life stories of prophet, and these were all the bedtime stories for him, and these were told by his grandmother. Means see, his grandmother was also she was also well aware of the stories in Ramayana, right? Events of Ramayana. And when this is possible? It is possible only when one has went through the pages of Ramayana, right? Then one day when I was in the 5th standard at the Rameshwaram Elementary School, now see, this paragraph will very exclusively tell us about the social atmosphere, what exactly was at that time, right? This incident will clear us what kind of mindset some of the people, even that time, some of the people were having that time, right? So one day, when I was in the 5th standard at the Rameshwaram Elementary School, a new teacher came to our class. I used to wear a cap which marked me as a Muslim, and I always sat in the front row next to Ramanathan Shastri, who wore the sacred thread. The new teacher could not stomach a Hindu priest's son sitting with a Muslim boy in accordance with our social ranking. As the new teacher saw it, I was asked to go and sit on the back bench. I felt very sad, and so did Ramanathan Shastri. He looked utterly downcast as I shifted to my seat in the last row. The image of him weeping when I shifted to the last row left a lasting impression on me. Now see, now this is one of the incidents what he had faced into the school when he was in 5th standard. At that time he was studying elementary. So that time elementary, intermediate, these were the part of the schools, right? Now we are having preschool and a secondary, higher secondary. In this way we are having the school types. So first they used to have elementary school. So when he was in elementary school at that time, a newly appointed teacher has entered the class and he could not stomach, means he could not digest the thing that a Muslim boy is sitting very close to the high priest's son, and that too means he belongs to a Brahmin family. And what did he do? He asked APJ Abdul Kalam sir to please get up and sit at the last row. And these two were very best friends, and Ramanathan Shastri could not tolerate all these things. And when he went behind, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir was asked to sit behind at the back bench. He felt very sad for this thing, for the behavior of the teacher, that he separated these two best friends just because of the religion. And what did he do? And Ramanathan Shastri was also he was also suffered because of this thing, because of the behavior of the teacher, because of the action of the teacher. He looked utterly downcast as I shifted to my seat. Now the meaning of downcast is already given there, sad and depressed. So Ramanathan Shastri was very sad and depressed because of this incident, and the image of him weeping when I shifted to the last row left a lasting impression on me. And he was weeping. Ramanathan Shastri was also weeping. See the attachment, see the closeness, see the bonding between these two friends. This is real friendship, right? Not only covering the mistakes, helping each other is friendship, but having the same feeling for each other is really a very good sign of a good friendship, right? So he was also suffered a lot because of this. Now, after school, we went home and told our respective parents about the incident. Lakshmana Shastri summoned the teacher. Now, summon means what? To call. So, Lakshmana Shastri means father of Ramanathan Shastri. He summoned, he called the teacher at his home and he instructed him. What actually he instructed him? Teacher in our, he summoned the teacher and in our presence. Means in the presence of APJ Abdul Kalam sir and Ramanathan Shastri. What did his father said? He told the teacher that he should not spread the poison. See what a beautiful word is used here. He said that you should not spread the poison of social inequality and communal intolerance. So he is saying that you are being a teacher. It is really, a teacher should never be biased, right? A teacher should always have a common mindset for every child. So all the things should be kept at the threshold of the school or at the gate, like religion, casteism, then class, everything, right? So class means first class, second class. I'm talking about that. Higher means poor, rich and poor, right? Then a teacher should not have these kind of mindset for the child. So he should not be biased. And what did this priest had instructed him? That he said that you should not spread the poison of social inequality and communal intolerance in the mind of innocent child. they are not yet prepared to think. Means these are very small kids, right? And if you spread poison of this religious differences, so it will be it will not be a good thing. So he bluntly asked, bluntly means very frankly, openly, okay. So he bluntly asked the teacher to either apologize or quit the school and the island. So Rameshwaram is the small island, right? Island, what he is saying that you should leave this place, you should not be here. Then he bluntly asked the teacher, he very openly asked the teacher either to apologize, means to say sorry, or quit the school, or you can leave the job and leave the island as well. Not only did the teacher regret his behavior, but the strong sense of conviction Lakshmana Shastri conveyed ultimately reformed the young teacher. And conviction means what? A strong opinion or belief. So now this teacher has regret for his behavior and his strong but the strong sense of conviction means a strong opinion or belief of Lakshmana Shastri conveyed ultimately means the strong thought of Lakshmana Shastri had transferred this teacher, has changed this teacher, has reformed this teacher from the thoughts of inequality into equality, right? So this is what we had discussed here. I hope you understood everything, and the assignment for you for this is that you will be underlining all the new words and you will be writing 2 similar synonyms for this. And I very clearly tell you that no need to send this separately on my mail. I will at once, after completing the chapter, I will assign you homework for this chapter as well as worksheet, and at once including all the assignments whatever we had discussed throughout the chapter, that thing plus homework of this chapter at once in one PDF you will prepare and send it to me, right? So thank you all. Have a nice day.